Welcoming, guys, and I'm here to talk about the Cincinnati Bengals 2024 season. Um, Bit of a mid-season. Not really much. Really, it's just really a mid-season for really the Bengals going into this 2024 season. Uh, they had a couple of losses in the 2024 off season. Tyler Boyd left. Uh, Irvin Smith Jr. left, and Jawan Williams all left. And then the additions that they added in to the Bengals are Geno Stone, Mike Gillespie, Von Bell, uh, and then Khalil Herbert came in. So again, again not too bad of additions that they added in during the 2024 off season. They started off the season. They were really slow start. Again, they always have that kind of slow start to a season in the Bengals. But they started the season 4-8. Not a bad start, but again 4-8. Oh, they had a 4-0 start to the season. They have kind of a slow start usually, but the last 5 games of the regular season, they win the last 5 games of the regular season. On the last, again, the Bengals won the last game of the regular season, thinking that they were going to in a playoff place, and then the Chiefs had one job. They had to beat the Broncos on the last game. So that means if the Chiefs would beat the Broncos, the Bengals would get a Super Bowl a playoff place, and ultimately the Broncos beat the Chiefs. That also meant that the Bengals wouldn't be going to the playoffs for 2024. And then you look at really this season, very average. Joe Burrow wasn't himself this year at all. I think that this was one of his worst seasons he's had. He's just, again, yeah, I thought last year he had a bad year when he had that big payday. Motherfucker got paid, man. He got paid, but yeah, 2024 he's dropped, man, and ultimately you're hearing now that T Higgins is going to be on the free agency market. Are they going to franchise tag T Higgins? So again, a lot of teams are going to be wanting T Higgins at wide receiver. They still have Jamar Chase, which is again still a good option, but T Higgins is on his way out. He could be going to the Bengals. Not the Bengals. Well, he's going out of the Cincinnati. He's leaving Cincinnati, and he's going somewhere else. Wherever that's going to be. But he wants out of Cincinnati, and he's probably going to go somewhere. I mean, I would love him at the Lions. I think again I would love him in Detroit, but let's see what happens with that. But let's talk about the passing yards. He was third in passing yards. They was third in passing yard. Third in passing. Oh no, they was first in. They was first in passing. In passing, they was third in. They was 30. They was third last. They was but last. They was but last for rushing yards this year's 30 out of 32. Points for, it was 8th out of 32. They had points against them, 25th in the league, then 25th best defense in the league. Jamar Chase had over 1,000 yards receiving. Jamar Chase had over 1,000 yards receiving. You had Chase Brown had 990 rushing yards. Again, that is something you have to address on the running side when you're running the ball. When you've got Chase Brown only having 990 rushing yards in the season, nobody on this Bengals team was putting up over 1,000 on rushing yards. You had Joe Burrow who had over 4,000 passing yards season, and they have They have $2 million in dead cap space, and then you look at the needs. Ultimately, they need to look at some. They need to look at a running back to help on that for their rushing yards, because the only guy that was putting up any decent-ish numbers was, like I said, Chase Brown, 990 rushing yards. And then they need to work on that the defensive side of the ball. 25th in the league. They need to work. They need to get an edge. They need a wide receiver, especially now that T. Higgins is going to be on his way out. Defensive line. So they need an edge, defensive line, a tight end. They need a cornerback, a safety, an inside linebacker. So there's a lot of additions that they need. And again, you're looking going into 2025. Zach Taylor's got to be on the hot seat, in my opinion. I know that he got them. I know that Zach Taylor got this Bengals team to win to a Super Bowl a number of years ago. But that is like, what have you done for me lately kind of thing. And the last couple of 2 seasons, they've been underperforming under this head coach. And I feel that maybe it's time to move on from Zach Taylor, and you go somewhere else. You find somebody else. You can take this team to the next level. They finished They finished the season with a 9-8 record, and they was 3rd in the AFC North. So, a really mid season for the Bengals. Again, they need to work on, especially the offenses. Need to work on the defense and work on, especially get some more weapons to on the wide receiver, tight end. But yeah, especially defensive side of the ball, they need to work on. Absolutely defensive side of the ball.